Hey, yo, it's your boy Post. You're now tuned in to hoodactionnews.com. So it's a rainy day in Philly. Rainy day in Philly. Tough week, tough weekend. Now, I want to start out to say this is hoodactionnews.com. Make sure you check out the merch. We got the t-shirts and everything. The link is in the description right now. So make sure you cop that. The link is in the description right now. But I'm gonna start you out. Let's start out in Dallas. Let's start out in Dallas. So in Dallas right now, there's been a lot of stuff going on. Now, I got an action-packed show today. It's gonna be a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. We got an action-packed show. What what didn't happen? I always say like, not what happened, what didn't happen. What the hell didn't happen out here? Now, if you tune it into my show, it's going to be very diabolical. I'm gonna tell you that. This show is very diabolical. What's going on in the world is no sunshine. Ain't no sunshine in Philly, and ain't no sunshine in Dallas right now.
Police arrested a 15-year-old in the shooting death of a homeless woman outside an East Oak Cliff strip center. The victim was gunned down while sleeping and
right off the back. Let's slow down. Let's slow down a little bit. Right off the back. Playa cacao. You know what I mean? Hit you right upside the head with it. Pause.
Police arrested a 15-year-old in the shooting death of a homeless woman outside an East Oak Cliff strip center. The victim was gunned down while sleeping in what investigators suspect was a random and callous attack. NBC5's Maria Guerrero has the story.
The murder caught on surveillance video, seemingly unprovoked and heartless. A homeless woman settling in for the night outside a store in the Lancaster Keys shopping center on April 30th. Shot dead, Dallas police say, by a 15-year-old boy seen walking by, returning, uncovering, and fatally shooting her in the chest.
I wouldn't treat a dog that way. And, it's just sad because the lady wasn't doing nothing.
Marie Brooks was 60 and known to many from the most vulnerable.
She was a
damn. She's just trying to find a place to sleep. Sheesh.
good woman. She would do anything for people.
To those who help the homeless.
It broke our hearts.
Including Our Calling, which Brooks frequented over the years. According to the center, about 5 unsheltered individuals are lost every week in Dallas. Some the victims of violence.
It's not an uncommon occurrence, unfortunately, and this is why we exist. This is why our nonprofit exists, is to help individuals get off of the streets. And part of the most vulnerable demographic of the homeless community are women. Which is why we have a women's center here where we try to.
Now, yo, I'm gonna tell you, in Philly, most of the homeless people are black men or men. So I wonder why is in different places it's different people, but in Philly is straight up black men. It's straight up black men.
Service those women and get them off of the streets.
He didn't have no reason to just walk up and shoot the lady. He needed to be caught.
One day after releasing surveillance video of the suspect, his distinctive sneakers and backpack, who returned about 45 minutes later to look and even
little nigga. That's who did it. Some little nigga.
Touch his victim, detectives have made an arrest. The alleged killer, 15, now charged with murder. Maria Guerrero, NBC5.
And see, they can't show his face because he's 15 years old. But now let me ask you the question. Let me ask you this question. Do you think this was a gang initiation? Because what would possess a 15-year-old to just go kill a random person like that, not take no money, no robbery, no nothing? Sounds like a gang initiation to me. Like You know how the gangs tell you, you got to get a body to get in the gang? That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like a gang initiation. You 15 years old, you should be wheeling a bike somewhere, not getting a whole body. You know what I'm saying? 15 years old, you should be wheeling a bike somewhere or running ball. Yo, kids do not run ball no more. Yo, what's up with that? Kids don't even run ball no more. I see so many empty basketball courts that it's not even. It's crazy out here, man. Now let's shoot over to Memphis right now. Let's see what's happening in Memphis. So I'm gonna shoot over to Memphis right now. Let's see what's happening or what ain't happened. What ain't happened in Memphis. Now all I see, I'm gonna keep it a band with you. All I see is a bunch of niggas on the screen. So it says Operation Rolling Thunder targets Memphis gang members. So Operation Rolling Thunder targets Memphis gang members. So let's see what Operation Rolling Thunder is in Memphis.
The era of unchecked violence in our city is over. There is unprecedented collaboration.
Memphis Mayor Paul Young throwing down the gauntlet tonight, saying the recent crackdown on gang members and other accused criminals in the city is just the beginning.
Damn.
Today, the city and Memphis area law enforcement talked about what they're calling Operation.
Yo, look at this chart.
And
right
Memphis area is just the beginning.
Look at this chart right here, full of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got nothing better to do but end up on a chart like this. You know what I'm saying? We need to do better. So listen, we need to do better than to end up on somebody's rolling thunder chart. Now, I'm looking at this chart, right? Looking at this chart right here. It's a lot of old niggas on here. You know what I mean? Young nigga, old nigga, new nigga, old nigga. You know what I mean? It's a lot of young nigga, old nigga, new nigga, old nigga. You know what I mean? On this chart. So you can't one dude all the way to the left on the chart look like he coming from work. So you got all type. So yo, you a old head out here. How you got time to be in the game in Operation Rolling Thunder? So I see motherfucking YNs and motherfucking OGs up here. Gray haired. This motherfucker look like he about 67 and a half. That nigga can retire. Yo, look, I'm gonna enlarge this, right? The dude on here, it's a dude on here look like he about 67 and a half. The motherfucker can retire. Look at these motherfucking niggas on here. Look, Jared, go to the second row. Now this is Memphis Operation Rolling Thunder. Go to the second row. Jared Mallory, I think it says. This motherfucker got a full head of gray hair. It's a lot of old niggas on here. If you're an old nigga, how you got time to be in Operation Rolling Thunder? And there's a lot of young dudes on here. So Operation Rolling Thunder is a lot of niggas, a lot of young niggas and old niggas. You know what I mean? So obviously, yo, if you got a lot of old niggas on here, that means your OGs is steering you the wrong way. So long story short, in Memphis, right here, looking at this chart, your OGs is steering you the wrong way because they right on the fucking operation joint with you. You know what I mean? So you got every age on here. You look like you got 18 to about 67, 68. You know what I mean? If you could retire right now, how this motherfucker right here look like he about 65, 67 and a half or something shit. If you could retire right now, how in the fuck are you on Operation Rolling Thunder? Rolling Thunder. That's what I want to say. It's crazy. Yeah, we gotta do better.
Today, the city and Memphis area law enforcement talked about what they're calling Operation Rolling Thunder. Hello, I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. 160 people arrested. Of that,
Damn.
50 of them are known gang members. WRG's Shay.
Damn, they just arrested 160 people. God damn.
Arthur shows us some are known gang members. 160 people arrested. Of that, 50 of them are known gang members. WRG's Shay Arthur shows us some have extensive criminal histories.
They rounded up an auditorium of y'all niggas, man.
A wall of mugshots, a table of weapons, cash, and other paraphernalia, all confiscated during Operation Rolling Thunder. Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis calling it precision policing with deliberate collaboration among Memphis area agencies.
Disrupting, dismantling, and disarming the people causing the most harm in our neighborhoods.
MPD says these mugshots show 50 known gang members.
None of these individuals are first-time offenders. None of these individuals are second-time offenders. Some of these individuals have more than 50 and 60 charges in their history.
And we dug into our records, tracking cases we previously reported on.
Which means that the judge is going to IHOP your bitch ass. Double stack pancake. They're going to hit you with discharge. They're going to be like, discharge. We're going to hit you with discharge. Remember this charge. We're going to hit you with that. They're going to IHOP these niggas, man.
And we discovered of those 50 accused gang members, we've told you about at least 15 of them in the past, all of them at one time charged with violent crimes. Some cases going back several years, like the case of Tremaine Scales in the past, all of them at one time. We've told you about at least 15 of them in the past, all of them at one time charged with violent crimes. Some cases going back several years, like the case of Tremaine Scales in 2021. When he was just 15 years old, he was arrested after 16-year-old Emmett Beasley was killed during a funeral procession in North Memphis. Online records show Scales' charges were later dismissed. It's unclear exactly why. Other cases more recent, two cousins, Martavius Jenkins and LaCameron Jenkins, arrested in a deadly domestic violence shooting we told you about in Frazier last month. Memphis Mayor Paul Young acknowledging as the operation continues, he knows there is a clear crime problem.
Yo, is the music fucking niggas' minds up? Like, look at them barrels. I got one of them barrels too. Looking at them barrels right there. Legally, I got one of them barrels legally. You know what I mean? Is the music fucking niggas' minds up? Like, we're like, this is a lot of niggas. It's really a lot of niggas, yo. It's a lot of black men. Like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody had to tell you to just go get a job and just eat food. Like, if you just think when you get locked up, you can't you ain't gonna be able to just eat food and chill. Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna be in jail. About the volatility of jail, you might be somebody's girlfriend. You're gonna have to stab a nigga, all type of shit. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is go to fucking work, come home, watch the game, and eat food. Play the video game. That's all the fuck y'all niggas gotta do. Go to work, take a shower, eat food, watch the motherfucking football, basketball games, or whatever the fuck is on, watch a movie, Netflix and chill. Maybe get a shorty over, you know what I mean, if you ain't got one, and eat food and chill. Y'all motherfuckers want to be Grand Theft Auto fucking 10, you know what I mean?
But I also want everybody to know that we're turning the ship, and this is a very big ship. It's not a speed.
Yeah. They listen, they rounded up a wolf pack of niggas on y'all niggas. 160 niggas. God damn. In the same gang. Now, I'm in Philly. They won't round up 160 niggas in Philly. Want me to tell you why? Because Philly niggas can't stick together to order motherfucking pizza. You know what I mean? So at least y'all sticking together, y'all ganged up. They rounded up 160 y'all motherfucking niggas. You know what I mean? Going straight to jail. Like I said, all you gotta do is just get a job, watch the motherfucking games, eat food. Like, what's wrong with y'all niggas, man? Niggas always want to be on some super fantastic. Yo, this was wrong with the black community, man. Niggas always want to be on some super fantastic shit. Like some super fantastic gangster fucking, you know what I mean? All you gotta do is just do some regular shit. Get a job, eat food, watch the motherfucking games, maybe play some video games and chill. But y'all niggas want to be some super fantastic superhero criminal villain ass niggas. You know what I mean? That's the problem with the whole black community in every fucking city. Super fantastic shit. Just do some regular shit. Y'all niggas want to do some super fantastic shit all the goddamn time. That's was literally wrong. Y'all niggas want to be Scarface and fucking Nino Brown, and you want to get them accolades from other niggas. So you doing a lot of y'all niggas, you doing all of this to get these accolades from other niggas. You know what I mean? And the messy thing about it, niggas will try to talk you into doing the most diabolical shit just to prove to them that you like that in the streets. Get the fuck out of here. Now, what I'm about to show you is a new type of gangster. This is some new type of gangster shit. The motherfucking crypto gangster. So this is some new type of gangster shit. Crypto gang. So let me find out that these motherfucking crypto gangsters out here. Now this happened probably a couple days ago, but I ain't take a look at it. So I'm gonna take a look at it now.
Torture case in Soho. He appeared in court late tonight, now facing kidnapping and assault charges, accused of holding an Italian business partner captive for weeks. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo with these new details and how officials say the victim was lured in.
William Duplessis, the second crypto investor accused of kidnapping and torture, appeared tense before the judge in his long-sleeve white polo shirt.
Sorry, we don't have any comment at this time.
The defense had no comment after being denied a $1 million bail package that would have placed Duplessis in home detention with his father, who flew in from Florida.
Why did you do it?
Instead, Duplessis will sit behind bars held without bail after turning himself in earlier today, night and day from the lush Soho townhouse he lived in with his co-defendant, John Waltz. Prosecutors say the pair of crypto investors tortured a man for nearly 3 weeks.
Now look. Now it's not niggas this time, but look, crypto gangsters. This world is diabolical. That's fucking crypto gangsters. Yo, and this is not. I don't think that this shit is gonna go away, yo. You invent some new shit, yo. You invent some new shit like crypto, is going to be something illegal with it. You know what I mean? When you invent some new stuff, there's always going to be something illegal with it, or somebody to go against the grain to turn it bad. And look, you got two crypto gangsters. Two crypto gangsters. You know what I mean? Some new shit. So, yo, these two dudes don't understand that they just invented some new shit out here. Crypto gang. You know what I mean? Crypto gangsters. Kidnapping niggas, you know what I'm saying? For crypto. Now I want to know, how did they do it? Like, how the hell did they do this shit? Like, what? You hear the news lady? Why did you do it? Hey yo, when they bring black dudes out there, they don't be saying that. Why did you do it?
Weeks there, new court details revealed just how sadistic. The pair allegedly urinated on the victim and forced him to smoke crack cocaine.
From what we know now, this was a dispute over.
Yo, they really some crypto gangsters. Yo, so you mean to tell me that the crypto gangsters peed on the dude, marinated him, and then made him smoke crack? They diabolical. That's some diabolical.com type shit. They peed on him to make him smoke crack. Crypto gang. You know what I mean?
Crypto money. They all know each other. But
crack cocaine.
For what we know now, this was a dispute.
Details revealed just how sadistic. The pair allegedly urinated on the victim and forced him to smoke crack cocaine.
For what we know now, this was a dispute over crypto money. They all know each other. But this was a kidnapping for roughly 17 days where they tortured this person.
Prosecutors say the investors lured the victim from Italy to this Prince Street brownstone by threatening to have his family killed. Once he arrived, he was stripped of his passport and electronics, bound by the wrists, beaten, and zapped with electric shocks. At one point, prosecutors say Waltz carried the victim to the top flight of stairs and hung him over the ledge, threatening to kill him if he did not give up his Bitcoin password.
It's good that Bitcoin Cash works.
Duplessis can be seen here in this 2019 interview with Bitcoin.com. Prosecutors say the victim taken captive.
I was wondering how they did it. Like, what was the basis of what they were trying to do? So they were trying to take his they just basically were trying to blackmail him. Not blackmail him, but fucking torture him. That's not blackmail. Torture him to get his Bitcoin password. So that's what they're trying to do.
Believed he'd be shot Friday, so he told his captors he'd give up his Bitcoin password and made a run for it to successfully escape when they went to get the laptop. Prosecutors say Duplessis faces a minimum of 15 to life and a maximum of 25 to life. They're looking into a previous conviction in Switzerland. In Lower Manhattan, Anthony Carlo, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Damn, so these
tonight, no bail.
Some international, listen, that was some international crypto fucking, what do y'all call that shit? That was like some international crypto gang shit. Like, what do you even call, what do y'all even call that shit, man? Let me find out. There's crypto gangsters out here. International type shit, you know what I'm saying? They said my man, he had a charge in Switzerland also. So they're gonna hit him. Now I don't know how they're gonna hit them. That's some international type shit. They might want to. I don't know how but they gonna get that kidnapping. They about to get that kidnapping charge ASAP. They about to get that kids is napping charge. They about to get that. Damn. Crypto gangsters. Crypto gang. Now let's shoot over to Florida. Let's see what's going on in Florida. Florida. Let's shoot over to Florida. So in Florida, Georgetown, let me see. Yeah, this is Florida. Georgetown man arrested after winning, what's this? 167 million in Powerball. So how in the fuck did he get arrested? So what the hell happened here? So how did you get arrested after winning the lottery? We're about to find out.
Jackpot winner was arrested Wednesday morning in Florida. He is now charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, simple battery, as well as resisting arrest and violating parole. According to court records, 50-year-old James Farthing is a repeat offender in multiple counties here in Kentucky. WKYT's Maggie Rickery has the story.
Saturday night, James Shannon Farthing won Kentucky's highest ever Powerball jackpot of just over $167 million at Clark's Pump and Shop in Georgetown. We introduced you to Farthing Sunday when he and his mother spoke exclusively to.
Now, yo, me and my grandma always talk about this. Places that got the winning fucking ticket. So I always talk about this with my grandma. Where do you have to go to get the winning ticket? And this fucking place is called Clark's Pump and Shop. It's got the winning fucking ticket. Clark's motherfucking Pump and Shop.
To WKYT.
I'm going to Ireland, so for sure.
She wants to go to Ireland, whatever she wants. You know, she's took care of me for all these years, and now it's about her.
Monday, the pair claimed their winnings at the Kentucky Lottery headquarters in Louisville. Then early Wednesday morning, Farthing was arrested in Pinellas County, Florida. His arrest citation says he was at a hotel Tuesday when an officer tried to intervene in a fight. It says Farthing kicked the officer in the face. James Farthing's criminal record begins here in Fayette County.
Yo, how do you kick an officer in the face? You know what I mean? How do you kick an officer in the goddamn face? So he won the money. Yo, you got to be pure stupid. Now, I'm going to give the advice to him that I just gave the niggas. If you win the lottery for 167 million, all you need to do is eat food. You ain't even got to go to work because you know you ain't going to work. You win 167 million. The job is going to kiss your ass, right? All you got to do is wake your ass up, maybe go to the gym, watch the motherfucking games, and sit down, have a drink in your crib, and eat food. This motherfucker is out kicking cops in the face.
In 1994. Now, he's had several charges in multiple counties, including Laurel, Jessamine, Madison, and Scott counties. Now, some of those charges include engaging in organized crime, burglary, escaping from a detention facility, and drug charges. Charges in multiple counties, including Laurel, Jessamine. 1994. Now, he's had several charges in multiple counties, including Laurel, Jessamine, Madison, and Scott counties. Now, some of those charges include engaging in organized crime, burglary, escaping from a detention facility, and drug charges. In our interview with him Sunday, he talked about turning his life around.
I've caused a lot of stress on her. You know, I made some bad decisions in life, and, you know, God's been good because I've kept my faith and done right. And it's something's happened good for me.
Records say his parole supervision in Garrett County was set to end.
And you kid, and his parole was about to be over. You dumb motherfucker, yeah. You kicking a cop in the fucking face. Now, how did he live after doing that? How the fuck did he live after kicking a cop in the face? That's a whole nother show.
And in August of this year. This is a developing story. Maggie Rickerby, WKYT.
And for now, Farthing remains in jail in Pinellas County, Florida.
Damn, country shit. Remains in jail in Pinellas County, Florida. Yeah. Yo, how in the hell? Maybe being a criminal has got to be a sickness. How in the hell you win the lottery, and then the next day you like, you know what? I'm for old time's sake, I'm gonna kick a cop in the face. Woo, woo, kick a cop in the face, and then your ass is going to jail, yo, with all that money sitting in the bank. You tripping? He might as well give his mom all that money. This motherfucker said, I'm gonna kick a cop in the face for old time's sakes. Now, I'm in Philly, right? You heard about now. This is the shit I don't understand, right? You heard about the mass shootings in Philly by now, right? Now, I just seen something pop out for six shot in Colorado Springs, right? But we ain't hear nothing about this. But you gonna hear about it now. Now, you ain't hear nothing about this because it's not niggas. So let's see what happened here. And they're not calling this a mass shooting, even though 6 was shot. So we going to take a look at what y'all motherfuckers got going on.
In Springs this morning, 6 people shot overnight. Police continue searching for the suspect. Fox 31's Kasha Carriage joining us live from the scene now. Kasha, what can you tell us?
Yeah, good morning, Nicole. Things are starting to kind of clean up here, but we just spoke with some neighbors who said this area is normally pretty quiet, so this is definitely a big shock for everyone here. Take a closer look here at what's going on. Like I mentioned, they are starting to kind of clean up the evidence markers that were in this parking lot. You can see though beyond, there are still tons in the street right there. They're starting to clean up a lot of that evidence that was on the ground. We're kind of seeing a lot of debris when we were closer on the other side there. Investigators, though, still have this entire street blocked off as they are still investigating this situation.
Now, yo, the Philly case, two people got shot, right? If I'm not mistaken, 2 people got shot. We're gonna go oranges for oranges. I'm gonna bring up the Philly case next. Matter of fact, let me find that now. Let me find the Philly case now. We're gonna go oranges for oranges. It's all bad, but what I'm saying is you ain't hear nothing about this shit. So you ain't hear nothing about this shit, right? Which it pretty much all should be on the news. So I'm not saying it shouldn't be on the news, but this shit just happened too. 6 people. You ain't hear nothing about this. Now, I do know that Philly is a major city. So we've been hearing about that. Look how they 6 people shot. It don't say nothing about a mass shooting. Says nothing about a mass shooting. 2 people get shot in Philly, it's a mass shooting.
Situation. The Colorado Springs Police Department says just after 10 last night, they received a call for an active shooter. When officers got here, they found several people shot. At least 4 victims were taken to local hospitals. 2 more arrived by personal vehicles. CSPD has not released the extent of their injuries, but says at least 1 victim is currently in critical condition. Now, we spoke with some neighbors just now about this scary situation and some who actually witnessed and heard the whole thing.
I came outside, people were still laying on the ground. It was terrible. One of my daughters, she ran out. She was trying to assist them, called for help and got the ambulances here immediately.
Now, at this time, it appears that the shooting started from an argument, but it's not clear just yet if that suspect knew those victims or if this was a random.
And both, so the case in Philly started in the argument also.
Act of violence. Officers also still have not released any suspect information, including if that person is still on the run or if they are in custody. We'll keep you updated, though, as we learn more. We're going to get you another look out here in about 30 minutes. We're now reporting live in Colorado Springs. Kasha Carriage, Daybreak on 2.
Yes.
So this happened in Colorado, right? You notice that it doesn't say mass shooting, so I'm gonna enlarge the screen. It doesn't say shit about a mass shooting. 6 motherfuckers got shot. Says nothing about a mass shooting in Colorado, right? Now, let's go to Philadelphia. So let's go to Philly now. Now, this is just something I'm noticing in real time. I'm noticing this shit in real time. So let's take a look at what happened in Philly. Now, right off the bat, it says 2 killed, 9 injured in mass shooting.
Just going to give you a quick briefing overview of what happened. Around 10:27, men and women hear gunshots. We have officers out here. We have different groups of young people or different groups that are out here. They're moving them out of this process. Around 10:27, they hear several gunshots fired. As a result of that gunfire, we have 11 shooting victims. Of those 11, 8 of them are adults. 2 of those individuals, a male and a female, have been pronounced. The other 8 are in other 9 are in a stable condition. Of those total 11, 3 of them are juveniles, 15, 16, and 17. And so it's been a challenging day for the men and women
15, 16,
throughout the
17.
different parts of the city. We had groups of individuals, particularly juveniles. This one a little bit different. We have a blend of adults and juveniles. The men and women were here earlier in the day, saw the activity, were moving those that they were packing up as this incident unfolded. But unfortunately, the individuals continued to engage in gunfire, even though the officers were in the area.
So we pretty much we know what happened. Now, I'm gonna say this. I got a thought to come to mind, right? Yo, you gotta watch. Now, this thought just popped in my mind. You gotta watch who your family members are, yo. You gotta I understand you love everybody in your family, right? You love everybody in your family. You love everybody you grew up with when you had these events, right? You got to watch who your family members are and what your family members are into. Because if one of your family members is into the wrong shit and they run, if just say one of your family members got a beef and then these dudes come up, they don't care if they hit your mom, your grandmom, or whatever. They don't abide by any rules. These guns don't have, these bullets don't have anybody's name on it, is what I'm saying. So they come up because 15, 16, and 17, and then you come shoot up a whole barbecue, my man. They don't care about no human life. The kids are out there and whatever. So when y'all had these events this summer, and this is in every city. I'm in Philly. This happened in Philly. You got to be careful who you like, what your family members are into. Um, I almost want to tell y'all niggas to stay in the house because that's what I'm going to do, right? I'm not outside. You know what I mean? I work and come in the crib. You know what I mean? And I do hood action news. That's what I'm doing this summer. Hoodactionnews.com. But that's what I wanted to say, man. You got to be very careful out here. Now, I compared the two. Now, I'm not saying that this is maliciously done, but this is something I noticed. The other one happened in Colorado. They didn't call it a mass shooting. Started the same way from an argument. The one in Philadelphia, they call it a mass shooting. And to me, they're over it. Even though it's literally a mass shooting, they need to put some news stations say it's an isolated incident. Isolated incident means these people knew each other or it was an altercation. Now, to me, when you use the word mass shooting, when you use the word mass shooting, it's a premeditated mass shooting. So I'll repeat that again. To me, when they use the word mass shooting, to me, it means that there was a premeditated mass shooting and not a bunch of niggas getting into shit. So they need to really correct the verbiage of how they do that. Because when I'm thinking of a mass shooting, I'm thinking some crazy person which is still the same thing, but I'm thinking it's like there's no target. There's some dude running around shooting everybody. All of these things, when people get in an argument, it's usually targeted. They're coming back, but it's still the same thing. Stupid motherfucker with a gun, pretty much. It's the same exact thing. Now, this one right here, these two I'm about to do, right? What's going on with teachers? Now, I don't have any kids in school right now or whatever, but what's going on with teachers right now, right? If I had kids right now, I would be totally terrified to leave my kids in school right now. When you got to worry, when you got to worry about what the teachers are doing. So let's take a look at what these teachers are doing. Now, this is two different cases. I'm gonna do one at a time. So this is Florida substitute teacher arrested, one for nudes and assaults. So he's been arrested for nudes and assault.
One accused of sending a nude picture to a student. The other allegedly threw a student up against the wall. So who's watching our kids when the teacher...
So on this one, now I'm going to do two different cases, right? On this one, there's two cases. I didn't realize it was two different people on this one case. So I'm going to do this case, and then and we're going to go to a whole nother case. Now, this is in Florida. Florida is wild, too, yo. Florida is wild. So these are two different teachers in Florida.
Section ends, the whole message will disappear.
One accused of sending a nude picture to a student. The other allegedly threw a student up against the wall. So who's watching our kids when the teacher's away? Tonight, Fox 35 has team coverage of substitute scandals.
Tonight, both teachers are at risk of losing their jobs. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marlisa Goldsmith.
Good evening. I'm Luann Sorrell. We have live team coverage tonight. Fox.
Yeah, she look all right. The one with that yellow on, she all right though. She all right though.
Smith. Good evening. I'm Luann Sorrell. We have live team coverage tonight. Fox 35's Chancellor Wynn is looking into an inappropriate message one teacher allegedly sent on a popular social media site. But we start with Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie and the teacher who allegedly threw a child across a classroom. Hannah, how did this all start?
Well, Luann, according to an arrest affidavit, that child's mother at first declined to press criminal charges. She says her son has a history of disruptive behavior both in the classroom and at home, but she quickly changed her mind when she saw his bruising and scratches. We do have a mugshot showing Cassmore Shaw, the 71-year-old substitute teacher.
Yeah, look.
Is now charged with child abuse.
We know what happened here. look at this brother. We know, listen, we know what happened here. I can look at this nigga eyes. We know what happened here. Your child went to school and tried the wrong substitute teacher and he kicked ass. He started beating ass. And then, but unfortunately, his ass is gonna go to jail for child abuse. But we know what happened here. You know what I mean? Your child tried the wrong one. That's what happened here. Look at him. And he looked right at him with them eyes and said, "I'm about to kick your little ass, motherfucker." But unfortunately, you're gonna go to jail nowadays. Cause somebody like this back in the day, you we probably still need teachers like this that's gonna kick your ass. You know what I mean? But unfortunately now you can't just beat somebody's kid up. But we know what happened here. I could look at him. That student came in there and tried that tough shit with him, and he kicked ass. That's what happened. But like I said, unfortunately, you can't do that nowadays no more. Cause soon as all that tough shit, all that gang shit, them little students coming to school with, soon as you kick ass, they're gonna turn into a regular. Then they're gonna turn into a child. He hit me. But we know what happened here. They tried the wrong fucking teacher.
He is no longer employed by the Osceola County School District. Bruising and scratches. We do have a mugshot showing Cassmore Shaw. The 71-year-old substitute teacher is now.
I can see the teacher now saying, "You little motherfucker, sit your ass down, nigga."
Charged with child abuse. He is no longer employed by the Osceola County School District. According to the St. Cloud Police Department, this all happened on April 29th at Neptune Elementary School. An elementary student there was taken to the nurse when another teacher noticed a bruise around his neck. Police and DCF were called after that student told them Shaw grabbed him by the shirt and the neck and threw him against the wall to go into timeout. Several other students did corroborate that story. According to reports, Shaw did admit to grabbing the child, though he said he did not mean to inflict any pain. Now he
said, "You little motherfucker, get your ass on timeout, nigga." And then you going to jail nowadays.
Was arrested today around 2 o'clock. As of tonight, he is still behind bars. Live in St. Cloud tonight, Hannah McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
Hannah, thank you. Our live team coverage continues now. That second substitute teacher is accused of sending a student a nude picture.
I'm then this motherfucker is going to Giselle. I'm sitting here thinking, like, if I had a kid, right? And my kid if I had a boy and I know my boy don't know how to act. You know this nigga's a little bad motherfucker, right? And he go to school and then he got this old male teacher, right? And like I said, I know this now. I know that this is illegal nowadays, right? But I'm just thinking now, if I got a boy, you know he bad as shit, and you know he don't listen at home, right? And then he go to school, and he got this old black man teacher. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I almost would let him kick his ass. You know what I mean? Straighten his ass out. Like, kick his ass a little bit. Don't hurt him now. But like, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would not be okay. And this is the thing. If you know your kid is bad, you know your boys. You know you got some badass boys, and you be like, "Yo, Mr. Such, Mr. Such and Such don't play that. He gonna beat your ass." Like, I don't know if that's good or bad. I really don't know if that's good or bad. Because some of these kids may fucking need that. Because these niggas they going to jail. Shit, soon as they get out of kindergarten, they on their way to jail. So it's like, do you need that? Leave a comment below. Do you think that bad male kids need that ass kicking in school? That might save their life. So leave a comment below. Do you think young men that are bad as shit at home, right? They don't listen and all that. Do they need that teacher that's rough around the edges, that's going to kick their ass when they go to school? They try them. Do they actually need that? Because these kids they're going to jail after they get out of the fucking second grade and shit. Like, you think about it, Tony, 15, that's like what? Let me see. Shit, 13, 12, that's like middle school. They on the way to jail when they get middle school. So it's like, if you a little kid, you might need your ass kicked. You know what I mean? But we know that that's against the law. But like I said, leave a comment below. Now, I can't see beating on the girls, but the boys, man, I don't know. Because the boys are the ones fucking pistol whipping everybody, going around shooting everybody and all that. So they may really need tough love early. So I don't know. I don't know if I would press charges. I don't know. Depending on how old he is. And you know how bad this little motherfucker is too. Right? And that's the key. You know how bad your kid is. Listen, put the camera on me. Y'all know how bad your kid is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out there, you know how bad your kid is. Right? I said put the camera on me, like the camera not gonna be on me everywhere. Zoom in, I should have said. But listen, you know your kid is bad as shit, right? Your little boys. Should you let the teacher whip his ass? Like, as long as you don't injure him or nothing like that, I don't know, bro. They may need that shit. They may need it. I don't know. That's a good question. Should you let teacher kick ass? Like, is it a permission slip to give a whooping? I give you permission to kick ass if he fuck up.
That second substitute teacher is accused of sending a student a nude picture on Instagram. And police say he even admitted he knew the
not the teacher doing nudes on Instagram. Now they need to burn him on a fucking barbecue. Now this was when this is where myself and I would be in jail. I would be if I'm this parent, I'm gonna be in jail. You might as well get my cell ready.
And police say he even admitted he knew the victim's age and messages and still tried talking to her. Fox 35's Chancellor Wynn is live in Palm Bay tonight. Chancellor, why did he pick Instagram?
Why?
Well, Marlisa Luann, on Instagram, there's actually a feature called Vanish Mode, which causes messages to disappear once you leave the chat. Now, police say a substitute teacher here at Palm Bay Magnet High School used Vanish Mode when messaging an underage student.
If someone was to message a child, they could potentially just vanish the chat.
Vanish Mode on Instagram is what police say.
27 they need to burn his balls.
7-year-old Ajani McPherson used when he allegedly sent a nude photo of himself to an underage student at Palm Bay Magnet High School.
God, yo, I would be in jail, bro. God, I would be in jail. If this is my child, Yo, I would be in jail. That's all you need to know.
Where he had been working as a substitute teacher for less than a month.
Once the session ends, the whole message will disappear. Very similar to like a Signal and different messaging apps. And it's both a privacy and a security feature as well, just to make sure no one can go back and look at that chat.
An affidavit from a Palm Bay police officer states on May 8th.
I would go to the same jail. I would make sure I'm in the same jail he is somehow.
McPherson began messaging the student on Instagram, asking her if she had a boyfriend. When she told him no, McPherson allegedly replied, "Good, because I wouldn't allow that." Police state the student asked McPherson if he knew how old she was, to which he replied yes and told her he's 27. McPherson continued messaging with the student, allegedly sending a message stating he wants to tell her something, but she can't tell anyone. At that point, investigators say the student agreed to put the conversation on vanish mode. And that is when McPherson allegedly replied, "Good, because I wouldn't allow."
Go back because I had the screen.
And look at that chat.
An affidavit from a Palm Bay police officer states on May 8th, McPherson began messaging the student on Instagram, asking her if she had a boyfriend. When she told him no, McPherson allegedly replied, "Good, because I wouldn't allow that." Police state the student asked McPherson if he knew how old she was, to which he replied yes and told her he's 27. McPherson continued messaging with the student, allegedly sending a message stating he wants to tell her something, but she can't tell anyone. At that point, investigators say the student agreed to put the conversation on vanish mode. And that is when McPherson allegedly sent the student a fully nude photo of himself. Now you might be asking, what is vanish mode? Well, according to Instagram's website, vanish mode lets people send each other disappearing messages, photos, videos, and other content, which then disappears when vanish mode is turned off or someone leaves the chat. In vanish mode, you cannot copy, save, or forward messages, and if a screenshot is taken, the other user receives a notification.
Yo, barbecue that nigga dick. Pause.
Jason Thatcher is a tech expert and founder of the company Breacher.ai. He says features like vanish mode on Instagram can be concerning for parents trying to keep their kids safe online.
One thing I stress is that it's always okay to come to mom and dad and vocalize, like if you're ever in danger, have a concern or something weird, is this safe communication. It's like having that safe kind of communication path for your kids. It's really, really important in this day and age.
According to police, McPherson had admitted to sending a nude photo to the underage student on Instagram. And I do want to point out that the district has terminated McPherson's employment. But for now, reporting live
I would
in Melbourne.
terminate.
Chancellor Wynn, Fox
I would
35
be in
News.
jail. I would terminate Mr. McPherson. Oh my God, I'll be in fucking jail, man. Oh my goodness. That's crazy, yo. I would tell her to pick a fucking cell, man. Fucking sicko. Sending nude pics, man. So you see what your teachers are doing. See what your teachers are doing. Now unfortunately, we got another teacher doing shit. Now, we had one kicking ass, one sending nude photos to students on Instagram. Now, what the fuck is this other nigga doing? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm dead. They would have to throw me under. They would have to throw me under the jail. If I was that parent, so let me see what's going. Let me find this other one. Yeah, if I was that parent, Jack, they would have to. Let me find this other one. Oh my God. So, hold on. Let me put it back up. Damn. Can't even send your kid to school. Like, the hell? So Metro Detroit teacher groomed, sexually assaulted student. Damn. Sicko.
Multiple charges. Fox News' Camille Amiri joining us live from Highland Park Justice Center there with the very latest. Camille.
Yeah, we just wrapped up a press conference at 4 o'clock here at the police department. We learned a lot about this case, absolutely horrific details. We're going to take a look at some video of the arraignment and the picture of Vincent Weaver, the 29-year-old teacher who allegedly sexually assaulted a 12-year-old student over a 4-month period of time. Happening at George Washington Carver Academy on school grounds, according to police. Happening, like I said, over a 4-month period. The initial tip came in. The victim initially reported it on May 15th. And then they were able to arrest him literally 24 hours later on the 16th. He had been suspended from school. The teacher had been suspended from teaching on May 2nd on an unrelated incident when police say that he had a sex toy fall out of his school bag. So keep in mind, he'd been suspended.
Yo, the nigga. Yo. This shit crazy. Yo, listen, I promise you I ain't watched this video before. The nigga had a sex toy coming out of his bag, yo. Yo, somebody killed one of these motherfuckers, yo. God damn, yo. Not literally, but god damn, yo. The motherfucker had a sex toy coming out of his book bag. This a teacher. And this was at school, yo. Yo, but let me rewind. This motherfucker look weird. Sometimes, yo, when it look like a duck, it is a fucking duck. Look at this motherfucker, yo. He look kind of weird, yo. Look at this dude. Look at the shirt he got on. This motherfucker look like a weirdo. You know what I mean? Yo, I don't even want. Look at this dude, yo. Do you really want like this type of person teaching your student, your kid? He look weird. This motherfucker look weird, like. And yo, the one thing that's scary about when you see these teachers, right? Why did they choose? Why, like when they catch these teachers? This is the question I ask myself, right? So when they catch these teachers, did they choose this profession just so they can sexually assault kids, or they can be close to the kids and do the little sick things that's on their mind? So I really ask myself, why do some of these people become teachers, right? Because it's the males, it really don't have no color on it. You know what I mean? Because usually, a lot of these cases is I mean, it's white people, it's black women, white women. Most of these, I'm surprised to see a set of black dudes doing this, right? Because mostly it's been like white women and black women. It's been white women, black women, white women. But those are most of the teachers naturally, right? It's going to be the white woman or black woman. Because I myself have did cases where black women messing with students, this black chick was messing with the boys. So it don't really have no color on it. But look at my man. Do I want you really teaching my boys? Do I really want this nigga teaching my boys or my girl? This nigga look weird from the jump. Like if you look like a weirdo, I really don't want you near my kids.
Bond out, he's required to wear a GPS tether. He was given a bond today by one count. Today.
Second. Then the complaint came in May 15th. He had not been in the school since then, and then arrested on May 16th. Take a listen to the charges.
Today, the suspect, Vincent Weaver, was charged with criminal sexual conduct in the first degree. 1 count, 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct in the second degree, and misdemeanor indecent exposure. He was given a bond today by the 30th District Court of $250,000 cash or surety. And in the event that he is able to bond out, he's required to wear a GPS tether.
And interesting fact about this teacher, he's a dance teacher, and there was a performance on May 16th that he was a big part of, the police said, and he was told he could not come because, of course, he had been suspended.
And it's the dance teacher.
On May 2nd. But police say he dressed up like an elderly woman wearing a wig and glasses and a mask and heavy clothes to disguise himself just so he could go to that dance performance on May 16th. And that.
Yo, this nigga dressed up like Medea to go to the dance performance, yo. This motherfucker was sick. Yo, this motherfucker is sick.com.
Himself just so he could go to that dance performance on wig and glasses and a mask and heavy clothes. It's a big part of the police.
Let's slow this shit down. Hold up.
And he was told he could not come because, of course, he had been suspended on May 2nd.
So he already got suspended for doing this, right? So he still tried to go to the recital, the dance recital. Oh my God, bro. Where's the parents?
That he was a big part of, the police said, and he was told he could not come because, of course, he had been suspended on May 2nd. But police say he dressed up like an elderly woman wearing a wig and glasses and a mask and heavy clothes to disguise himself just so he could go to that dance performance on May 16th. God. And that's when he was arrested. Of course, we're going to have a lot more on this story coming up at 6 and 10. But we do want to tell you that police believe there could be more victims. And if that is the case, they want them to come forward and call Highland Park Police. Reporting live in Highland Park, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
Well, with what you just said, I'm sure a lot of people at home are wondering exactly what they just heard. Very odd. But with that being said, do police suspect that this was happening, these alleged acts at the school?
Yeah, I mean, what was one of the questions we did ask? They didn't want to talk about whether the student was a male or female. We did get the age out as 12 years old, as I reported, but saying that this happened on school.
That means it was a male.
Rounds. I don't know if it happened in between classes after school, but there was definitely a grooming process. This teacher, police say, was very well liked, very popular, very nice, very trusted. And of course, we do know from covering these stories that that's often how they gain the trust of these students because they are just everybody's friend and so well liked. And of course, you saw in that mugshot too, the flowery blouse. I believe that was part of his costume when he was dressed as an elderly woman to go to this dance performance. So
oh my God, bro.
Just a lot of layers to this one. Of course, the victim, how brave this victim is to come forward to tell his or her parents and then for them to report. And police are really hoping that if there are other people out there watching, that they do the same thing. Taryn, back to you.
Yes.
Yo. Let me pull this nigga up on the screen. Put this nigga on the screen, man. Yo. So this nigga right here, you mean to tell me, hey, yo, you mean to tell me this nigga right here was sexually assaulting students, and then after they suspended him from school, he snuck into the dance recital dressed like Medea. This motherfucker, they need to throw him on the fire like ASAP. You know what I mean? Then now they're not saying if it was a boy or a girl. It don't really matter, right? But this nigga, man, dressing like Medea after they suspended you for sexual assault, pending case, you still go to the school to get around the students dressed like an old woman, basically dressing like Medea with that flower shirt on. They got your ass wearing the same flower blouse. That's what the lady said, a blouse. This nigga, man. Yeah, send that, yo, get this soap. You going to jail like a motherfucker. Where my soap at? I gotta bring my soap over here. This nigga going to jail, man. Get the soap, my man. Get the soap, my man. You're going to jail. Get the soap, my man. You're going to jail. You about to be zestfully clean. They about to Irish Spring your ass. That's fucked up right there. But listen, this is a hoodactionnews.com. Lot of diabolical stuff going on. Like my man right here, I don't even want to put this nigga back on the screen, man. Dressing like Medea. hoodactionnews.com. This is your boy Post. Make sure you check out the merch in the description. It's your boy Post. I'm Izzo. Be safe out here. hoodactionnews.com.